So to go back to the trade idea that we had on was it Wednesday session, right? We can see that we were talking about understanding and incorporating, right, the Elliott wave, which is essentially the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern, right, as a way of predicting the direction of the market. Being able to kind of have an understanding, a head start, as you would say, to really get yourself prepared, to set alerts, right, on TradingView, to give you the peace of mind to be able to carry about your day, but understand that you're not going to miss any trading ideas, because who here has missed a trading idea in the past? You've been waiting for it, you set up your analysis, you charted everything up, and the trade either hit or didn't hit, right? But you were not able to get in. So if you're in the case that you didn't get in, well, hey, whew, you missed one, right? But in the case that it would have cleared and it hit profit, or it completely shot to the moon, right? And you were like, damn, man, and I missed that move. It could easily be avoided just by doing the due diligence of going through, doing your analysis, setting an alert, and just being patient and waiting for that alert to go off, right? So I don't know about you guys, let me know. Like I said, I feed off of your guys' energy. So if you guys are interactive, letting me know, conversating, right? This is not your usual sit down Zoom and she just talks all the time, right? Even though I do all the talking, right? I'm very interactive with people. It gives me an idea of where we're going, where we're shifting, and if you guys are even understanding what it is that I'm saying. Okay, so we can see here that we did predict USD JPY, right, by looking at the 5-minute and by respecting the 3-candle rule, okay? Because we mentioned previously that I personally follow the 3-candle rule, giving myself, right, an entry time of 15 minutes. Because people tell me, well, what time do you analyze the market on TradingView opposed to the time frame that you put on the broker, right? If you currently don't have a broker, drop a 111 in the comments. I want to know who's still brand new, who's not set up yet, so that we can help you definitely get started, so that you're on your way in trading as soon as the markets reopen on Sunday. Okay, so because we do have a session, a free session with another educator on Sunday. I believe Bruce is on. So we predicted here for USD JPY to go to a potential buy. Okay, and how did I predict that without no market even being here? Because I drew this out, and if you guys see, it's not drawn out perfectly to a T, because the market moved a bit lower, right? Which in the sense is better, because it gave everyone a better entry point for another trade, right? Another setup, and it still profited regardless, right? Because I specifically mentioned, and I have the recording, right, as validation, that I called USD JPY for a buy at 138.720, right? So here we can see how, by respecting not only the parabolic dots, which is the new indicator that we incorporated right this week, as well as using my Elliott wave, right? And we know that with the Elliott wave, it's simple. For those of you who asked last time, just by coming down right to these icons on the left hand side, you can free, they're used on TradingView for you to have access free. And just by clicking on it, right, if you select it, come down to the Elliott wave impulse, it doesn't matter whether you do the numerical or alphabetical version, right? I like numerical. So essentially it's just signifying, right, if you're on an uptrend, something like this would be what the Elliott wave would essentially look like, right? This here is commonly used to notify, right, someone that price action, price market direction is now getting ready to shift. Because as much as it can continue to go up and go down, right, it could only do that for so long. Okay, so, and the beauty about Forex is that we can trade it up or we can trade it down, no matter the direction of the market. So by using this, if you guys can see this, if I drag this over, right, I don't know about you guys, but this looks pretty darn close. What do you guys say? Drop a 222 in the comments if you guys see how this, right, you're using just your average, which I drew out, right, just normally out here, and I just literally put it right over the actual market. And you can see, yes, my drawing's a bit off because it's not perfect. Your girl can't really draw anymore. But we can see here that it respected the design of it, right? So by this, right, it then really gives you the confirmation, the confidence, right, to know that, okay, maybe you missed your first possible idea, the first chance to get in, right? Maybe you missed right here where we called out, right? When the session ended, we were at this purple vertical line, okay? So when we saw here, we saw that, okay, we saw not only the Elliott wave, right? We saw when the first parabolic blue dots came out, and we waited for the close of that candle. When this next candle came out, I told you guys it was a great time to get in for a buy idea. For those of you, because it did shoot up pretty fast, we then mentioned this was a great educational part of the process where you have to then be patient either for a pullback, right? Or for it to respect it and to come back to that same entry point so that you can then get back in, as long as you have all the confirmations. Because even if price comes back down and you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get in, but you don't have the confirmations again, then it's no longer a valid trade idea. Okay. And that's the problem, where people still get back in, not understanding that that can still continue going in that direction. Okay. So that is essentially where a lot of people get faked out once they trade. Maybe that trade was just a 1-2 candle. Okay. And even by the 30, maybe even closed out even, barely out in profit, or broke out even. Okay. So we definitely don't want you guys to have those scares where it's spiking you out, where it's very close to your entry, right? That's why the 3 candle rule works amazing. Okay. Let's see. Awesome. Now I can see that, okay, well then price moved. I know that also we could incorporate what other principle? The break and retest. Okay. You're always going to have impulsive move. Second principle, never go in at the impulsive move. Always go in at what? The retracement. Okay. You always wait for the retracement, the pullback, whatever may be the term that you use. Wait for it. It gives you better entry, better peace of mind, more chances of it being in your side, in your green, in your blue, in profit, right? And not sweating it there, tapping, like we always say, tapping your fingers and praying to God for a clear. Okay. So I would initially waited, right, for 0.2. 0.2 and 0.4 are amazing points for beginners to get in at a second and third opportunity at that trade idea using the Elliott wave. Okay, because some people say, okay, Carmen, well, how do I know? How some people say, well, how much do I risk per trade idea? Okay, do I go in all in 5% in one trade and say, bang, rip the band-aid, it's one and done? Or do I divide it? How do I know? What if I miss my, first potential chance to get in, and now I'm a bit nervous and second guessing when to get in, right? For me personally, it's at points 2 and 4. Okay, if we see here, points 2 and 4, it's clearly points areas in the market where price has now pulled back into my zone and touched, or nearly touched, yeah, I think it nearly touched, yeah, almost touched my entry point again twice. And here it kind of went a little bit below it, but that's 2 more opportunities that you would have had here to trade, right? So if you would have divided this between 3% and 2%, you have your 5%, you're done. Or you do 3 and 3, 6%, hey, great. However it is, as long as you're practicing and incorporating proper risk management, that's all that matters. We're thinking longevity, okay? We're thinking long-term. We're not thinking quick flip millionaire tomorrow, okay? Even though, never say it's not possible, because we've seen some of the greatest, right? Like one of the mentors that we have, right, in this platform, Nez himself, has been able to do, witnessed it myself, from 6 figures to 7 figures, was the first person I personally saw ever in my life hit 7 figures, right? Especially doing something like this that I was just like, what? Right? So I believe is there. Belief will have a lot to do with your trading outcome. You must believe that this works and that it will work for you, because it has worked for so many others. Okay, can we agree on that? Now, from this, by going in at 0.2 and 4, we can see that by respecting the 3 candle rule, right, you would have been in profit 1, 2, 3 if I would have waited for confirmation, right? Of course, right, you're going to see, well, Carmen, what confirmations could I have used, right, if my RSI and my stochastic are not there, right? There's a bunch. There is one, right, that I said we were going to start to incorporate, and it's called Fibonacci's, right? If you've never heard of the word Fibonacci and it sounds like I am talking about an artist from a long time ago, drop a 222 in the comments. I'm curious to know. I just want to see where we stand as far as our knowledge with Fibonacci's, because like I said, this is binary basics and we are breaking to the T. So it looks like I think everybody has heard of Fibonacci before, which is amazing, right? So when it comes to this, right, everybody has, I felt like, found a sweet spot when it comes to Fibonacci's, right? And as you trade it, right, you'll begin to find your comfort zone when it comes to it, and understanding pinpoints in the market of really being able to dictate, right, another indicator to help you understand, okay, now the market is getting ready to shift, right? Because now it gives you time to set alerts, right, to practice your proper risk management, rather than just being like, oh my God, it's about to drop, it's about to go, and then you're just trying to kick $100 to make a quick flip. No, right? Because mentally it will mess with, like, it will mess with you as a trader. It will mess with you, right? Because you're not being disciplined. So as we mentioned, right, another way of understanding how we can see that this is still going to move in the direction that we want, right, is, as we mentioned before, is through seeing this Fibonacci tool, right? And I don't know, let me see if I can move this. Okay, make this smaller. Awesome. So this is this little colorful, you know, I like to call like rainbow flag in a sense of tools that we can use, right, to dictate how far, right, depending on our candlesticks, how far will the market go before reversing. And like I mentioned, each level uniquely represents something different. And I hope you guys are taking notes, right, because I'm going to break it down for you guys, because I wrote them down so that I made sure, right, that I did not skip over any single one. Give me 1 second. Okay, so for me, the key point of area as a beginner, right, because we're sticking to the beginning of introducing Fibonacci now, okay? As we go on, especially into next sessions, we'll go more into deep depth, the detail, as well as other educators who've actually broken into it earlier this week, okay? So the area, the sweet spot zone, can we type in sweet spot zone in the chat, okay? This spot here is the area where we will look at price to come in and check out. It's like a quick stop, not your 24 hours, like you're in and out, okay? This is your spot where you want to primarily make sure that you have support or resistance chopped in here. You have other indicators that are literally confirming, right, what this sweet spot is literally validating for you, that you're about to get a price market reversal. Will it happen right away? Sometimes not really. It can hang out in that spot, right? But I need you to understand that this area here is going to be, right, the common level of retracement is between 0.5 and 0.618. Okay, this was the common area, the common ground that I used commonly, that I use, seen multiple educators use, right, over and over again to be able to invest into this markets. Now, sweet spot zone, awesome. Let's see, 50% is my super fits indicate that it's a bad one. Awesome. Love it, Sharon. Love it. So as Sharon said, right, this spot essentially, right, depending on how, and you're probably wondering, okay, so for those of you who've never driven a fib, right, I always confused it when I first started, right, is left to right, depending on which way of the market you're going. If you're trying to dictate it, you know, measuring from up to down, it's going to be left to right, okay, left to right. If you're looking for something on the downtrend, right, it's still left to right, but now, oh, let me put this back up. on a downtrend. Okay, still left to right, never right to left. Okay, that's a key thing because I was drawing it wrong for so long and not wondering why trades are not going the way I wanted it. Just simple basic error mistakes that I did as a beginner. Okay, another thing that I get is, where do I draw my Fibonacci? Where do I start it? Do I go off of the wick? Do I go off of the body? Where do I go? Okay, so for me, that was something that I overguessed. Like I said, I always overthought everything. And I don't know about you, but if you're a critical thinker, over analytical thinker like me, drop a 333 in the chat, not to make me feel any better, but just to, you know, let you know you're not alone. So essentially, when I came in here, right, I started to see, okay, many educators before me, right, were previously drawing it off of the body, right? Because that is exactly where, right, price has gone, opened and closed. Okay, so you're always going to measure it off of the closing, right? If you're looking at for something, for example, right, if I'm looking at here and seeing, okay, well, how low did this go before it actually will reverse again, right? So let me see, hold on. Let me see if I can draw it from here. Okay, so essentially I'm going to go ahead and see, okay, well, if I want to draw it from up here to down here to see when the market again will come up high enough for me to then take another sell, okay, I want to make sure that I'm doing it off of, right, the last, in this case, blue candle, the highest close of that blue candle, which in this case is this candle here, not this one. Because a lot of people will be like, okay, well, in this case, if I'm doing it off of this one, which one would it be? Would I do it off of the big one or doing off of the little one? Well, which one closed higher, the big or the little one? Well, the little one closed, even if just for a bit, but it did close higher than the other previous candle. Okay, so you do it off of this candle here. So in this case, I'm going to do it off of here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and minimize my screen. Go ahead and do it off of the body, right? The close of that body. And I'm going to do it to the very bottom, right? And where do you then draw? How low, Carmen? Do I go to the wick? Do I go to the blue candle? Well, technically the blue candle should not really, even if it is existent or non-existent. In this case, we see price has now come, stopped, reversed, right? So I want to come down and still put it again to the lowest red candle, right? So we can see that the body open and close right here. Okay, not at the wick, at the body. Okay, so from here, I want to go ahead and drag this over. Right, let me make sure I'm still respecting at the body. Perfect. And then I'm gonna go ahead, and one icon that I love using, if you guys come to this little paintbrush, come over, draw a little rectangle, right? I'm gonna just go ahead and highlight my sweet spot. Okay, that way I'm able to come in here, I can drag it, move it over. So I can see, wow, this is kind of crazy. I can see, I don't know about you guys, okay? But I'm about to remove my Fibonacci. But before I do, geez Louise, this is insane. I don't know if you guys can already see this. Let me remove my Fibonacci. Let me remove these white lines so you guys don't get confused. Okay. So this red box here indicates our sweet spot zone, right? From 0.5 to 0.618. So anywhere that price gets near in this space, it is a green light for you guys to know, hey, okay, how many confirmations do I have? Let me count up and hit that buy, hit that sell. In this case, we're looking for sells, okay? We see the market is downtrending, right? Downtrending. So we're looking for essentially for the next opportunity to go in for a sell, right? Awesome. So I can see here, sheesh, multiple opportunities. And if y'all know anything about binary, y'all can make money in minutes, meaning y'all have multiple opportunities to take advantage of, right? Which is awesome. It excites me. I don't know about you guys, but this is something that literally feeds my soul. So here I can see not only 1, 2, 3, 4 potential sell ideas. And if y'all want to be all crazied out doing 3%, that's 12% in a day. If you were balls out to the wall doing 5%, That's 20% in a day. And I've seen someone even flip 85% in our Telegram chat. I believe that's what they flipped the other day for the first week in trading. So, I mean, shout out to them, right? So this is what I'm saying. You guys are not here to focus on dollar amounts, right? We're looking at only percentage daily growth, okay? And if you're not already part of the Telegram chat family, I'll go ahead and drop that information towards the end of this Zoom so that you guys can join the community. You guys can feel free to ask questions there, right? Interact, drop your charge, drop your goals for that trading week and your success stories as well. We enjoy and love to celebrate it all for you, right? As well as give advice and suggestions for anyone who takes lessons. Anyone who has doubts, we're just here for support. There's no judgment-free zone. So here we can see, right, that even just by me looking now, right, at this, I can see that, oh my God, the amount of validations, right, that there is here with not only just using, right, our Fibonacci, right, drawing, right, a line of resistance, right, at that 50 line, okay? You also look down here just at support and resistance, right? And you can see how you have a break and a rebreak, break and a rebreak, break and a rebreak, break and a rebreak, right? And you have the same confirmations on your RSI, okay? Same confirmations on your RSI. So do you guys now see how this can give you guys multiple trade opportunities, right? And this is just introducing you to the very basics of just focusing on the sweet spot zone, okay? So this week, I want you, if you don't already do it, maybe step out a little bit of your comfort and start now incorporating more tools, right? More indicators that can absolutely change the game for you. All you have to do is begin to train your eyes, right? It's a new language. The same way you are to, learn a complete new language. It's the same way with Forex. It's a different language. Okay. It's the language of money, right? Language of generational freedom. So it comes though by just literally all I would do sometimes. And I started when I was, I think, maybe days postpartum with my second child, right? And I would just sit there. I would be up anyways all night, right? People say you don't sleep with a newborn. So I said, perfect, I'm up anyway. So this landed in my lap at the perfect time. So I would just sit there and look at the pattern. How would the market move at certain times? What times would it move best, right? And as we mentioned, there are a few sessions that move better than others. If you haven't already watched the recordings, we have all the previous recordings of all the sessions, even if you're brand new to all the Zooms we've ever had, right, that are pinned to that Telegram chat that you're able to go back, rewatch as many times as you want to and take notes on, okay? So with that being said, family, make sure to start incorporating Elliott waves and start incorporating parabolic dots, start incorporating the Fibonacci's. We're going to start breaking more into that next week, right? And potentially help you guys all. All right, first and foremost, I want to know on here, how many of you are trading right on a demo account? If you're on a demo account, drop a 333. If you're on a real account, drop a 444. Yes, this was all on the 5-minute, Sharon. Will you start drawing with the Fibonacci's? Yes, I'll go ahead and repeat and what I start drawing with the Fibonacci's. What are the settings for RSI? For the RSI, it's 4 and close. I also included, if you guys just honestly take time to scroll up, I know it's a bit annoying, but I'll go ahead and redrop the settings for the RSI and the stochastic in the Telegram chat. But you guys can look at them here, right? The stochastic is 511. The RSI is 4 and close. The settings for the Fibonacci, I didn't move anything for the settings of Fibonacci. I just came in here, select the icon and just selected Fib retracement. I did not start messing with them. I literally will click on it so you guys can see. Let's see the settings that I have, right? So remember, you draw them from left to right. So if you're trying to look at something that's going on a downtrend, you're going to go from top to bottom, left to right. If you're trying to measure something from an uptrend, you're going to go from left to right, from bottom to top. Okay. Just for Anne who asked that question. And then for my settings, right, let me go ahead and click on it here. Take a screenshot of this. I'll leave it up for a few seconds so that you guys can go ahead and have the settings that I have, just to make sure it matches what you guys have. But this is what I have. This is what I use and what I've been using now for over 3 years, for Fibonacci retracements. And then you guys can just save it, go down here and save it as, and then use it as your default. So before I let you guys go, family, let me go ahead and start dropping some of the links on here so that you guys are prepared for next week and that you guys are not missing out on anything. So first and foremost, for anyone who wants to join our Telegram chat, Telegram family, right? Everyone is welcome, new or expert traders. You're all welcome here. Like I said, I'm connected and do my best to respond as quickly as possible, right? And then also, family, I wanted to share with you, for those of you who have been asking, I've been wanting to try out this 3-day free trial that you've been talking about over and over again. I'm finally willing to give it a try because I have nothing to do for over the weekend. I've already started my shopping. And I need some more money, right, to be able to buy these Christmas gifts. So this is the time to, honestly, family, to invest in this. Like I said, I used to pay this monthly, okay, monthly. And you guys get to really try this out for 3 days first to see really if it's a good fit for you guys, if it really has, you know, what it is that you're looking for. But I promise you, it will not disappoint. This is already valued at over $2 million. And you guys have this at your fingertips for free. Just even check it out and be nosy. We do it anyways when we're on TikTok and you know, Snapchat, Facebook, and Instagram. So take a couple seconds, sign up, go through the academy. It doesn't have to do only with trading, right? It has to do with anything digital entrepreneurship. It's over 1,200 videos that you guys can watch over and over again, right? Pause, replay, take notes, take your time, right? And it's literally here for you guys to be able to excel, right, in digital marketing, digital entrepreneurship, investing, anything that can bring you income from your phone, from your computer, right? And the reason why I am saying this, it's very important. Are you guys able to see my screen by any chance? I just want to make sure. No worries, Graham. The recording will be in the chat. So like I mentioned, awesome. Thank you, Zara. So this is for you guys. Take advantage of it. Please, please, please. The only reason why I'm enforcing this is because sometimes we have so much more time and you can't miss sessions, or you're able to miss sessions and you're almost caught, you know, catching the reset, like the recast and the recordings, right? Make sure you take advantage of this, you know, for someone to put all the years and decades of work and time and effort that have been put to this platform for you guys to literally have access to for a one-time payment of $250 a year. Like, it's a one and done. Like, this is a gold mine. This is going to take your business to 7 figures, right? And I know it because I believe it. I've seen it. I've seen it happen to those who have applied this information. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and drop that link now here for you guys. Make sure that you guys just check it out. Be nosy like me. That's how it started. At first, it took me a couple days to really get into it. And once I did, I was like really hooked, like if it was Netflix, right? I sat there all weekend, literally going through it, took notes. And guys, I swear my Instagram, my social media is taking off. And for those of you who do not follow me on Instagram, feel free to go ahead and follow. You know, just check out what the life of the trader is, I guess. And you know what digital entrepreneurship can do for you as a whole, right? You know, be able to share, show love, we'll show love back. And like I mentioned, we dropped that Gladiator access from is the information in the videos current. Yes. So the information is it's all new recordings that, as I have know of, they were all new recordings that they had someone come in and record everything together. Also, let's see, if you're not already a part of the group, make sure that you guys join. It's a free Facebook group, right? We drop so many gems, so many sessions that are going on throughout the week. I know Nez is hosting 2-hour sessions next week. So if you guys don't already have your accounts, I'm gonna go ahead and drop that link here so that you guys are able to go ahead and open those accounts. No more demo, guys. If you guys have been trading on demo and have already taken more than successfully 7 to 9 trades, right, on a demo account, it's time to open a re-account. It's no time for fear. The holidays are here. We all can use an extra stream of income, right? So I dropped that link there for you guys so that you guys can go ahead and start your actual real account so that you guys can start making some extra money for the holidays, even if it's for yourself, right? Treat yourself for something. Get started, family, because next week you have multiple 2-hour sessions from Ned. plus multiple sessions from the other educators coming your way. So love you all. See you all. Any more questions, family, feel free to drop them in the Telegram chat. I cannot wait to see you guys all next week. God bless. Have an amazing weekend, family, and we'll see you all next time.